What's good, y'all, man? So, Conor Stallions is proposing a rule change. As you guys can see here to the targeting foul. I like the rule change, actually. One, 5-yard targeting penalty for incidental contact to the head. Two, 15-yard penalty, no ejection for leading with the crown in your helmet. Three, 15-yard penalty, an ejection for clear intent of launching, plus lead with the crown, plus contact to the head. I like that one because now you allow the players to know, okay, hey, if you're going and you're launching with your head down, and you have the clear intent of, you know, trying to lead with your helmet, you'll be ejected. And I think a lot of times, like, it's incidental. Well, not say a lot of times, but sometimes it's incidental. Sometimes it's, it's just wrong place, wrong time. So I do like that implementation of that as well. So that makes a lot of sense. I really like what Conor Stallions came up with here. The only thing I say he's missing is what if it's repeated? Because sometimes you have in games, you have repeated fouls, right? Intentionally or not intentionally. You know what I'm saying? So if it's repeated, let's say a guy goes, he gets a 5-yard penalty, incidental contact. What if he gets a 15-yard penalty, for leading with the crown of his helmet? Does he get ejected? You know what I'm saying? If you have multiple of these fouls, what's the result? You know what I'm saying? That needs to be a stipulation as well in the bylaws of, this rule. Like, if you have multiple offenses, what happens? Because that definitely can happen in the game, in my humble opinion. Now, I know some of y'all are going to say, well, the 15-yard penalty and clear intent, that's subjective, which, it is. Yeah, man, so it's going to be real interesting to see what they come up with, but definitely needs to be addressed, right? Because I know a lot of people said, like, this penalty yesterday, guy was targeted. He should have been ejected. They should have got the 15-yard penalty down to put him in range or close to, threatening to kick a game-winning field goal, which, hey, I get, totally understand. But that's why I like this rule change. Like, I think these three clearly states and hits everything that should be implemented with the new targeting rule, right? And then there's no confusion, you know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times fans at home will see it, hey, that's clear targeting, and they don't call it. Or when it's not targeting, it's called. There's just too much subjectivity to the rule. You need something that it has parameters, outlines the rule perfectly, where you can say, okay, hey, yeah, that's clear targeting. Okay, there's the call, boom. So I think a really good proposal from Conor Stallions. Interesting to see what the NCAA does. They definitely gonna have to address this problem and this issue in the offseason because, like I said, that's a lot. Ejection, and then you also miss the first half of the next game, or if that's a critical conference game. You know what I'm saying? Or if that's a playoff game, there's just too many parameters, and things you can miss potentially for this foul. So I like everything outlined here. I also like the clear intent of launching the head and leading with the crown. So I think it sticks to everything. Only thing that's missing, as I stated earlier, is if it's a repeated foul. You know what I'm saying? What if it's 2 back-to-back incidental contacts to the head, right? What if it's, 15-yard penalty, you led with the crown twice? There needs to be that stipulation in there as well, definitely for players. Hey, this is in here. If you get 2 of these fouls, you're out. If you get 3 of these fouls, you're out. There needs to be that stipulation as well. But definitely needs to be a rule change for the targeting foul. It's too much gray area. It's too convoluted. It's too where you don't understand, you don't know what's gonna potentially happen. So that's my thoughts, man. Y'all comment below. Thoughts on the targeting rule, what needs to be changed.